Have you ever wondered what lies beyond the veil of life? While many cultures envision a paradise for the righteous and a pit of torment for the wicked, ancient Finnish mythology offers a much more somber and unified vision. Forget heaven and hell. Let's journey together into the shadowed realm of Tuonela, the land of the dead. According to the old Finnish pagan faith, your deeds in life, whether good or bad, didn't punch your ticket to a different destination. Everyone, from the kindest hero to the most notorious villain, ended up in the same place. In Tuonela, souls don't bask in eternal glory or suffer endless punishment. Instead, they become shadow-like ghosts, wandering in a perpetual state of twilight, devoid of the vibrant emotions they once knew. Life in Tuonela isn't about suffering, it's about an eternal quiet sleep, a land of rest where the dead simply are. The rulers of this silent kingdom are Tuoni, the god of the dead, and his fearsome wife, Tuonetar. Imagine Tuoni, a grim, aged figure with a long beard, his hands eternally soiled with the earth of graves. Beside him stands Tuonetar, sometimes depicted as a crone with sharp, hooked fingers and iron teeth, ready to tear the flesh from any who dare to enter her domain uninvited. They aren't evil in the way we might think of a devil or a demon. They are simply the stoic, unyielding guardians of the border between life and death, ensuring that the natural order is maintained. Tuonela itself is often described as a dark, lifeless island, or a subterranean world shrouded in eternal gloom. To reach it, one must undertake a perilous journey. The most famous obstacle is the River of Tuoni. This isn't just any river. It's a raging black torrent filled not with water, but with swirling swords, spears, and axes. Its currents are treacherous, its depths unplumbable, and crossing it is a feat only the dead can truly achieve. Those souls who have passed from the world of the living are ferried across by the ferryman of Tuonela, a grim figure, or sometimes by Tuoni's own daughters, depicted as grim maidens. But what happens to a living person who tries to enter Tuonela? The famous Finnish epic, the Kalevala, tells us exactly that. The great shaman Väinämöinen, a powerful hero, sought to travel to Tuonela to gain sacred knowledge and magical spells from the spirits of the dead. He knew the risks, but believed his power was great enough to overcome them. He managed to charm his way across the treacherous river, persuading the ferryman to take him to the island of the dead. Upon his arrival, he was met by Tuonetar. Far from welcoming the living hero, she saw him as an intruder. She offered him a tankard of beer, but as he looked closer, he saw that it was filled with writhing frogs and snakes. This was the beer of oblivion, a draught designed to make the living forget their mortal life and become trapped in Tuonela forever. Väinämöinen, wise as he was, saw through the deception and refused the drink. Realizing her trick had failed, Tuonetar's hospitality turned to hostility. She and the denizens of Tuonela decided to trap the shaman. They cast a deep, magical slumber upon him and began to weave a massive net of iron and copper 100 fathoms deep across the river of Tuoni to prevent his escape. They were determined that no living being who entered their realm would ever return to tell the tale. But Väinämöinen was not just any mortal. As the net was being drawn, he awakened. With his profound magical abilities, he transformed himself. In a flash of powerful sorcery, he became a serpent, slithering through the tiny gaps in the iron mesh. In another version, he turns into an otter, swimming unseen through the deadly currents. He escaped Tuonela, but not without a price. He returned to the world of the living forever changed, carrying a stark warning. Never, ever travel to the land of the dead while you still draw breath. He decreed that while the dead should be honored, the living have no place among them, and seeking knowledge, there is a fool's errand that leads only to sorrow. This story highlights a core belief about Tuonela. It's a one-way street. It's a place of no return. Those who enter are meant to stay, and the barriers between the worlds of the living and the dead are absolute and sacred. The tale of Väinämöinen serves as a powerful cautionary tale against hubris and meddling with the natural cycle of life and death. So how does Tuonela compare to other underworlds? Unlike the Greek Hades, which had distinct regions like the blissful Elysian fields for heroes and the tormenting pits of Tartarus for the wicked, Tuonela was a great equalizer. Your social status, your wealth, your virtue, none of it mattered. It was a democracy of the dead. This reflects a worldview deeply connected to the harsh, unforgiving nature of the northern landscapes, where survival was a common struggle that united everyone. And unlike the Christian concept of hell, Tuonela is not a place of punishment. The dead don't suffer for their sins. They simply exist in a state of quiet melancholy. The real hell of Tuonela is the loss of life, the absence of joy, sunlight, and feeling. It's a profound statement on the value of life itself. The greatest treasure isn't what comes after, but the vibrant, feeling, breathing moments we have right now. This unique vision of the afterlife offers a fascinating glimpse into the ancient Finnish mindset. It emphasizes a deep respect for the natural order, an acceptance of death as a final, peaceful rest, and a powerful appreciation for the world of the living. Tuonela is not a place to be feared for its torments, but to be respected for its finality. It reminds us that every moment of our vibrant, colorful life is a gift, one that stands in stark contrast to the silent, gray shores of the land of the dead. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the shadows of Finnish mythology. I hope you found the world of Tuonela as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this exploration, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the forgotten corners of folklore and myth. We'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, stay curious.